Hi, in this lesson we are going to look at some of the stats problems. In fact, we are going to do some revision on your grade 11 stats. Now, the first section that we've got to look at is this one. Let's consider this example. They say consider the data set below 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 15. So these are the values that are given. Now they say we must draw a box and whisker diagram from this data set. Okay, so to draw the box and whisker diagram, you need 5 numbers. So to be able to draw this, you just need 5 numbers, but we call them 5-number summary. So which means from these numbers we must be able to find 5 numbers. So if you look at these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So find the middle number. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is the middle number because I've got 4 numbers here and 4 numbers on that side. So the first number that we have is the middle number over there. That number there, we call it the median number. So on this line of ours, so we'll draw a line on 9, so we draw a line like so. Okay, now if that's a 9, I've got 4 numbers. Now I need the middle number between these 4 numbers. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so the middle number is a number somewhere over there between 5 and 6. So how do you get the number between these two? Just add these two numbers and divide by 2. The 5 plus 6 gives you 11, and then 11, so you add the 5 plus 6, and then you divide it by 2. So that will give you 5,5. So the middle number is 5,5. So here where is 5,5? 5,5 between 5 and 6, so I'll draw another line between them there. And then on this side, I'll need the middle number between these 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4 numbers. The middle number will be there. So the middle number, I will add the 11 with a 12 and divide by 2. So when you add them and divide by 2, you'll get 11,5. So 11,5 here is between 11 and 12. So I'll draw a line over here. So now I've got 3 numbers already. So what are the other 2 numbers? It's just the smallest number, which is 4. So on 4 I'll draw that one, and the highest number, the maximum number there, which is 15 over there. Now we can draw the box and whisker diagram. So this line and that line must be joined by a ruler. You use a ruler to join them like so. Even the last one and that one, you use a ruler to join them like so. So I've joined that like that. Now these ones in the middle, I'll make a box here. So if I draw a line like this, I'll have a box. So drawing like that, I've got a box. So this is a box and a whisker diagram. So note that was the median. Sometimes we call the median Q2. So this one here is Q1, and this one here is Q3. So in the box there is Q1, Q2 and Q3, and that was the minimum number, the smallest number, and then the one was the maximum number. Okay, now they say give the range of this data. The range, you take the maximum number, you subtract the minimum number. The maximum number, we said it was 15, so our answer will be 15. You must subtract the minimum number, which is the minimum number is 4, so subtract a 4, so our answer is 15 minus 4, which is equals to 11. Sometimes they say find the interquartile range. The quartile range, you take Q3, you subtract Q1. Q3 here with the number we set it was 11,5, so our answer is 11,5. You subtract Q1, and Q1 was 5,5, subtract 5,5, and then your answer is 11,5 minus 5,5. Your answer is 6. Let's look at another example. Another example here that I can ask you. So you look at this thing here, it's exactly the same as we've drawn there. There's a box and a whisker. There is a box and whiskers there. So it's the same thing. What are they saying here? They say describe the skewness of the data represented by the box and whisker diagram. So how do we describe this? You can see this the middle there, the side here is exactly the same as that side there. So if that is the case, when they say describe this thing, so you just say, they will say describe the skewness, you say this one is symmetrical. Symmetrical. Okay, now let's look at the second one. If you look at the second one, then the median there in the box there is there, but you can see this is bigger than that. So the right side is bigger than the left side. So then we say this one is a right skewed, because the right side is bigger. When you look at this one here, the middle, the thing in the box, that line, the median in the box is there, and I've put a line there, and then a finger there. You can see the left side is bigger than the right side, so we say this one is left skewed. Okay, so sometimes they don't use the terms right skewed because the right is on the right, it's on the positive side. Some people will say it is positively skewed, and then this one, the left side, is bigger, so they say it is negatively skewed. Okay, either you choose which one you want to prefer. Okay, so if you look at the next question here, which is example 3, they say consider the following marks. These are the marks maybe of a student. I can see there's something wrong with these marks. 44%, 49, 49, 50%, 53. All of a sudden I've got 98. Something's wrong with this 98. What do you call 98? Look at the question. It says give the outlier. The outlier is something that is not in line with this. If 98% is not in line, the student is getting these marks. The 98%, I don't think it's a student's mark, so I'll say the outlier is 98%. 98% is an outlier. Give the mean. Now to work out the mean, you can use a calculator to find the mean, but in grade 8 you can add all of these and you divide by how many they are. But I can use a calculator to find the mean. If I go to the calculator, I go to mode, and then I go to stats. Then within this calculator is 3, and then I'm using one variable, those marks there, so I go 1, and then I can enter the data there and say 44 equals 49 equals another 49 equals, and then 50 equals, and then 53 equals, then 98 equals, and then if I go my AC button, then I shift, and then I go stats, then that 4 will give me the mean, and the 4, let's give us 2 x bar. So the mean in the calculator is an x bar value that you'll get. An x bar value is on number 2. So if I go 2, then I say equals, gives me 57,2. So the answer is 57,2%. That's the mean. Then the next one say what is the standard deviation? Standard deviation, so remember that I still have this thing in the calculator. I can just straight away go shift again, and then I go to stats, and then I go to my variance there, which is number 4. I go to 4, and then standard deviation is that symbol there, which is like, looks like a 6 and then x. So the standard deviations looks something like a 6 and an x, and the answer for that thing, so it's on number 3, and number 3, and the answer is equal to 18,5. So my answer is 18,5. Note that in the calculator it's something looks like a 6. Sorry, it's not this one here, so it is 18,6 over there. Okay, now the next one says I've got to calculate one standard deviation interval. One standard deviation interval, it means you've got to take your mean and then you subtract that. Then the other one, you take your mean, you add to that. So to work out this, you take your x bar, you subtract your standard deviation, then the next one, your x bar, you add the standard deviation, right? So that will give you the interval. So in this case, so I will have to subtract these two. The 2 is 57,2. If I say 57,2, then I subtract minus 18.5.6 there. We said the answer, it was 0.5. Copy. So it was 57.2, then you subtract 18.5, and the answer 38,7 is 38,7, and then the other one I've got to add them. So it's 57.2. I must add the 18.5, and my answer is 75.7 is 75.7. So that is the interval. So it's between these two values over there. Right? Then the next one says how many marks lie within one standard deviation. So how many of these marks lie within the standard deviation? So what is between here? The smallest number is 38. So 38 is here, and then the highest number is 35.7. 75.7 is here. So how many lie within? So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 5 of them lie within. So I can my answer say there are 5. There are 5 of them. Okay, but sometimes they say how many lie outside. So you can say in this case is 1. Okay, so this is just a revision of what you can expect in your exam. And then if you want to go over the exam questions, well, how you can find them on this website, brighterfuture.co.za/grade 8 to 11 paper / on grade 11. So these are the papers. So if you do paper 2, national paper, those paper 2, and then the question ones, you see that they are the same. The Eastern Cape of 2015 has got question 2, and then the IEB paper 2 2013 on question 2 as well. Okay. So that is your paper.